Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and I'm really happy to be here and help you with my language. I am currently from Idaho in the United States, where I am living, and the topic for this lesson is the 10 happiest countries. And we will be doing a reading and discussion activities. So, hi, Sum Ming. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Very good. It's been a while. So,
Yeah, cause
so,
I'm lazy.
oh, you're lazy. Well, and I mean, I haven't taught at this time in a long time. So, um, yeah. So it's just a combination of a lot of different things. Yeah, that's awesome. So, how are things in Hong Kong right now?
That's everything is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it
everything.
now? Is it hot or cold right now, or is it?
At this time is in the winter.
Hmm.
Winter. Yeah, but the temperature is not close, not
Hmm.
cold.
So what
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
about 17 degree.
Okay, yeah, so winter, it sounds like winter temperatures in Hong Kong would be summer temperatures in Finland or Russia, so,
Yeah.
or Sweden. So, all right. And LAB, how are you?
Hi, teacher. I'm
Hi,
fine.
all
How are
right.
you?
So, very good. So, where are you from?
I'm from Italy.
Italy. Awesome. All
Yes,
right. Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you
And
too.
and then we have, is it Monica?
Hi,
Hi, Monica. How are
hi.
you?
I'm great, thank you.
Excellent. And remind me, you are from Italy as well?
Yes,
Okay,
correct.
yeah. Because I remember your pictures. So you were in class a few weeks ago, I think. So, hello, Alex.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Nice to see you again. Hi, Alexander. Welcome.
Hello, thank you.
Hello. So, it's nice to see you. Did you sleep in this morning?
No, I was
Working?
I had I had some business to take care of.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, I just realized I wasn't really teaching at those the other times that I usually teach. So it's kind of nice to teach at other times to see who actually comes and so forth. So, and hello again, Max. So, I think Max has been in three of my classes today, and all three of them are completely different. So, the first one was pronunciation. The second one was completely conversation and this next one is reading and discussion. So, all right. So it was nice to see you all. For those of you who are not familiar with me, my name is Holly, and I come from Idaho in the United States. It is 2 in the morning right now. I do not normally teach at this time, but I saw an opening, and I'm a night owl, so I thought, oh, let's do this. Um, so it's nice to see you. So Idaho is a very rural state. I am living in a town of only 850 people. So everybody knows everybody, or they know, oh, that's the person that drives that car, that kind of thing. Um, let's see, I have been teaching English since 1994, and I taught in South Korea for a couple of years, and I also taught in Finland for 11 years. I left Finland about 5.5 years ago. However, Finland was and still is the longest I've ever lived in one city. So because of that, I still feel like it's part of me and part of my home. So um, anyway, we are going to look at the 10 happiest countries today. And so let's go ahead and get started. One moment. So All right. So first of all, I thought maybe it would be kind of fun to just kind of map where all of us are living real quick. So, um, Ale, you said you were in Italy, right? So check my knowledge of
Yes.
knowledge of this is Italy, right?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
And Monica, you're in Italy too. So we have
Yes.
two in Italy. Okay. And then we have Russia. I mean, Alexander, you're in Russia, right? So you're somewhere.
Yes.
Oh, I'm just going to put an X in your country. So it's huge. And then Cornell, you're in Hungary.
Yeah.
Where would that be?
I am very curious
So okay, we've got
to find it.
I used to know. I think it's not this red one.
Not.
Is it this one?
No, it is Romania. It is
Romania.
Hungary.
So it's this one?
Yes.
Okay.
It's perfect.
At least I got the general area, and Americans do not have are stereotypically not very good at geography. And I am not a stereotypically normal American, though. So, and then Max is also from Russia, but you're from over here somewhere, right?
Left. A bit left.
Left, right?
Left. Down. A bit
About
down.
right there?
Right. Right. A bit right.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. About right there?
No.
No. Okay.
Was
The first one. Okay. Oh wow! I got it. It's close. And then we have Monica, and then some Ming is from way over to the other side. Okay, we've got China. Where Hong Kong is?
In the south of China, at the coast.
So here's right
No.
down
No.
here. No, that's India.
No, India. That's yeah.
Right
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right, and then I'm over here. So this is where I'm at, and where most people in this, at least in this part of the world, they're smart and they're asleep. So, but anyway, okay, awesome. So we have Russia, Hungary, Italy, Hong Kong. So, okay. So, are your countries one of the 10 happiest countries? What do you think? LAB, what do you think?
Yes.
Not?
I'm happy for this this actual situation.
Uh-huh.
Yes, my country in various side, yes, is very beautiful. In other side, it has there's a problem. There's a yes, there's a problem. Yes.
Okay. So one way you could say that, Ale, is say I'm from a very good country, but there are some pros and there are some cons to living there. Some positives or some negatives to living there.
I think some positive.
Uh-huh.
Some positive, yes. And Italy is one of the most is one of the most countries that live in sorry, live
Okay.
yeah.
So, all right. Thank you. Anyway, so thanks for your attempt. It's okay.
Okay.
So no problem. Cornell, you were going to say something. Or you were going to ask?
Regarding what?
I don't know. You were going to say something, and
Yeah, in my point of view, the most happiest countries in the world are Scandinavian states
uh-huh,
and Switzerland because standard of living is very high in that countries, in my
uh-huh.
opinion.
So you think Scandinavian countries
Yes, yes.
and Switzerland. Okay,
Yeah,
so that's your
I,
guess.
I had a bit experience regarding Scandinavian states because I were I was working for Swedish and Finnish companies and
Hmm.
I was in Denmark and Sweden as well.
Hmm.
So
It's
every people there are very calm.
hmm It's funny because I lived in Scandinavia, for 11 years, or Finland at least, and I would never consider them happy. But a lot of people do consider that, so that's kind of funny. All right. Ming, what countries do you think are happiest?
What country? In my opinion, I think that should be Canada.
Okay, Canada.
Because I think they have not too much people in a very large area, so they can get a big house.
Mm-hmm.
I think their welfare is good for the citizens,
Mm-hmm.
and mm, I think the worker is not so busy.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Canada's one of your choices. Okay. And Alexander, what do you think? What country would you consider to be one of the happiest countries?
One of the happiest, I think it's Australia.
Okay. Why would you say that?
I don't know, maybe because they're far from other crazy world. Yeah.
Okay. So they don't have to worry about the rest of the world that as much. Okay, that's great. Um, Ale, what do you think? Can you guess which countries are the happiest, or can you think of a country you think might be on this list? Ale? Okay.
Uh, yes, Emil. Sorry, I have
No
a
worries.
little problem with computer.
Uh-huh. Not.
Okay. Yes, for me, uh, like Alexander, I think that Australia is one of the most countries
Hmm.
uh,
Okay.
happiness. Yes.
Okay. One of the happier countries. Okay. Max, what do you think?
New Zealand, I
New
think.
Zealand. Okay.
Yeah,
Is
they also so far from the wild world.
huh? Okay. And Monica, what do you think?
I'm thinking of happy not as earning money or quality of life, so I'm thinking some South American country like Brazilian.
Yeah.
Brazil, maybe because it's carnival, so happy
Uh-huh.
reminds me of that.
Yeah, I mean, that's 'cause me too. When I think of happy countries, I think of Italy, Spain, maybe Portugal, Brazil, Brazil, Argentina, Venezuela. Those are the countries I think of when I think of happy. So,
Yes.
so you and I
Yes,
are thinking the same.
I'm not thinking of Italy because of the economic crisis we are facing right now, but
Uh-huh.
maybe in the past years, yes, I would think
Yeah.
of Italy too.
Yeah, because I know that I was in Italy in 2009, and it was a country that I had actually not ever thought about traveling to for some reason. I don't know why, but it was not on my list. And I went there, and I absolutely loved it. And the people were so friendly, and the food was
Oh,
so good.
oh
So
yeah. I'm glad to
So,
hear that.
so let's go ahead and read this and see if you guys are right. So, so we're going to read through this, and then if there's time, then we will discuss countries. Bear with me a moment. Okay, so the first happiest country is Denmark. So what we're going to do is we'll have what we're going to have, we have 10 countries to read, so I'll have each one of you read one country, and then we'll go over vocabulary words and then pronunciation if there's any pronunciation issues. So why don't we start with Ming, can you read Denmark?
Yeah, Denmark came in first place as the happiest country in the world in the 2013 Happiness Report, and one of the happiest places in Denmark must surely be Tivoli Gardens, one of the world's oldest amusement parks. Tivoli Gardens opens every year on April 10 for the season to swarms of native and foreign visitors with a climate Copenhagen is more your preference. Visit the King's Garden at Rosenborg Castle, a popular spot for locals to picnic during the summertime to really capture that Danish sense of hike. We recommend you dine in a Danish home. The dine with the Danish organization matches tourists with Danish families all over the country for home cooked dinner. Count on candlelight, almost a requirement for that special hike experience. 10 record setting US natural wonders.
Okay. All right, thank you. And as far as Haig, I do not know what that is. It is not English. It is a Danish word that has apparently come into this situation, come into basically it's like we would call it Danglish, I guess. It's English and Danish together. But let's look at some pronunciations. Remember to always pronounce the S's. So even when we have places
Okay.
in Denmark. And also, does everyone know what throngs of native and foreign visitors, what that would be? Any idea what that means? Throngs of people. Any guesses?
Everyone.
Yeah, it's a bunch of people. So yeah, everyone, very good,
Mm,
Max.
multitude?
A multitude of people. That's a good one.
Multitude, yes. A crow, probably.
Multitude.
A group.
Yep.
Group.
A group, a crowd. Yeah, very good. All right. Are there any other words in here that you guys do not know?
A calmer. I don't know. Who is it?
A calmer. Okay. if a calmer Copenhagen is more your preference. So it comes from the word calm. So if you want, you've got Tivoli Gardens where people party and they enjoy amusement parks and things. But if you want want to see a quiet part of Copenhagen, so calmer here, calm would be quiet.
Okay.
Calm equals quiet. Okay, any other words? Okay, so far, Cornell, you said that Scandinavian countries would be on that. So far you've got one on there. So well, let's go to a second one. Cornell, you're doing well. Um, Ale, could you read this one?
Yes. Dining in the Norwegian capital city of Oslo will make any good man smile with joy. Oslo is celebrating the esteemed Michelin food guide, awarding 6 stars among 5 restaurants in the city in March. Yajali and Fauna each received 1 star each for the first time, while restaurant Bagatelle and Stator der Garden retained their 1-star status. Mahemo kept its 2-star rating. For a more natural experience in Norway, head to Dovreftell National Park in the Dovreftell mountain area to spot musk oxen, those shaggy Arctic creatures, on a guided tour.
Guided tour, yeah.
Guided tour. You might also spot reindeer at the mountain area, which is the barrier between southern and the central Norway.
All right, excellent, thank you.
Norway.
And there was a lot of Norwegian words in here that
Yes.
Uli Yali, I don't know, but other than that, the English was fine as far as your pronunciation of those words.
Okay.
So, all right. Are there any English words that you guys do not know?
Yeah, in the last line, reindeer, or I don't know the punctual pronunciation.
Okay, this one, the correct pronunciation is reindeer, and it's an animal that is pretty normal in that part of the world, in the Scandinavian region, Sweden, Norway, and Finland. And let me show you. And I think the most reindeer are basically known the most because of Christmas and Santa Claus. The North American, thought is that they Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, or the reindeer pull Santa on his sleigh, and so that's kind of what reindeer is. But it's known in Norway, Sweden, Finland. I don't know, Alexander, is there any reindeer in Russia? Are there any reindeer in Russia?
Yes, it's more in Siberia.
Okay, yeah. So just in that part of the world. In Finland, they're free range. And does anybody know what that means if something is free range? Any idea? If something is free range, it means that they're animals that are actually owned by somebody, but they can go anywhere they want. So if you're driving in an area where there's free range, you have to be careful because they might, if you hit them, you are responsible for them. In my part of the world, we have a lot of cattle that is free range, so you have to be careful and not hit them. So, with your car. Okay. Any other words or phrases?
Yes, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
timid in the second line. Is timid, yes. Before Michelin.
Esteemed. Okay.
Steam. Okay, yes.
Esteemed. Okay. Oslo is celebrating the esteemed Michelin food guide, awarding 6 stars. Esteemed would be what would a word? Proud or it is something that is coveted. Another word is coveted, but I don't know if you know that one. Um, it's basically if something is esteemed, it is maybe worshipped or desired.
Prestigious, maybe.
Prestigious, that was the word that was not coming to my mind. Thank you. Thank you very much. Prestigious.
Prestigious. Okay, yes.
Yeah, thank you. I was like, I could not, I knew it started with a P and it was just not coming there. And it happens to all of us. So thank you. I was like,
You're welcome.
So, okay. Any other words in here? So far, Norwell, you're 2 for 2. Not Norwell, Cornell, you're 2 for 2. So, all right, let's go to the next one. And Monica, can you read this one? So I think Cornell is now 3 for 3. So
The Swiss town of Zermatt and the 200 miles of ski slopes in the region will delight any avid skier, and serious hikers will enjoy the famous Matterhorn. Even in summer, the slopes welcome some of the world's national ski teams to train, and you on your relaxing vacation. For a quieter Switzerland experience, head to the car-free village of Appenzell, population 7,000, and its extensive network of hiking trails. Take a warm whey bath and nibble a piece of Alpine cheese.
okay, so you corrected yourself by the third time the word came. So this is of course pronounced sky, and this is of course skier. But by the time you got here, you corrected it and you said it right. But the first 2 times,
Okay.
so that's okay. Does everybody know all these words?
Way. And the last line
Mm-hmm.
in the middle, the
Mm-hmm.
way before
Way.
bat.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, whey is a type of it's kind of hard to explain. It's kind of a type of protein or food. Um,
Oh yeah. Uh,
so sometimes people put it in all kinds of different things. Whey protein.
okay. It's
It's
a
it's
mixture. It's a
yeah, it's a
mixture of
mixture. Hmm
a lot of ingredients in the same in the same continent.
Yeah, yeah, and I think it comes from milk, curds and whey. So it comes from cottage cheese and things like that. So, yeah, but it's a type of food that some
Okay.
people eat. Yeah, so a whey bath, maybe it's also good for the outer part of us as well. So,
Okay.
and
Thank
does
you.
everybody know what nibble is?
No.
So,
No.
to nibble is to eat. So, and it's kind of when you eat dinner, you probably do not nibble, but if you are eating a snack, um, it's basically to lightly eat or slowly eat. You maybe take a bite, and then 10 minutes later you take another bite.
It's like enjoying food or just
Yeah,
slowly.
you're slowly enjoying the food, but you're
Uh-huh.
taking small little bites of something. So,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
It,
Any other
yes,
any other words?
word
Hmm?
avid. I've translated
Avid.
it. It's
Okay.
greedy and cavitas, but is it common? I never heard it.
Okay, avid is actually it is a quite common word. Adjective, and we use it, for example, if you're like for the example here, if you're an avid skier. Cornell, for those of you who know him, he is an avid footballer. Cornell and who's the other person from Italy? Salvatore. They get in the same class, and you guys are chatting about football, right? So, Cornell, would you consider yourself an avid football player, a football fan? An avid fan would be someone it's a very common word. So, but usually when it comes to things like with sports and stuff like that. So, all right. Any other words? Okay, let's go to the Netherlands. Alexander, could you read that one?
Yes. The tulip, the happiest and most iconic of Dutch flowers, has already started to bloom at the Keukenhof Gardens, which opens March 20 for Holland's spring season. Visitors come from all over Europe to see the different varieties of tulips and other flowers. Make sure to visit before the gardens close on May 18. For a more active view of the tulips, take a bike tour through Holland's flower-growing region. Fit travelers can bike the
Iselmer.
Iselmer tour, which winds through the country for about 400 kilometers, about 250 miles, over 8 days. If you don't want to stay on your bike for a week, there are shorter trips, or you can plan your own.
Yeah, I was on one for about 6 hours. It was a full day one. It was great. So it is very beautiful. Are there any words? Welcome, Aratheli. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Hi. So are there any words or phrases in here that you do not know?
Iselmir tour. Iselmir.
Okay, that's a name of the area.
Okay.
So that's obviously a Dutch word. So
about pronunciation.
Excuse me?
Pronunciation tulips. Tulip.
Oh, a tulip is a kind of flower?
A pronunciation. How correctly? Tulip. Tulip.
Oh, the pronunciation. Oh, tulip. Yeah, your pronunciation is totally fine. Tulip.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. All right, let's go to the next one. So Cornell.
Yes.
So far you're 5 for 5. You're completely right.
Yeah, and it is not cheating because it came from my mind, and after that I checked on the internet and give the link for it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it's the same article that this came from or not, but okay. So can you read this one?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes. Sweden, Stockholm's Gamla stan is one of the largest and best preserved medieval city centers in Europe, and one of the top attractions in the city. After exploring Stockholm's medieval past, stroll through the city's Royal National City Park, the world's first urban national park. For a more peaceful attempt at happiness in Sweden, why not book a paddling trip through western Sweden? Kosterhavet Marine National Park on the Bohuslän coast is an ideal spot for exploration, and the park can be reached from several towns along the coast. No matter where you are, make sure to take a coffee break with your new Swedish friends. It is not something sweet do alone. If you don't drink coffee, any drink will do. It's about relaxing together as a community.
Okay, let me go over real quick two pronunciations. This one in English we say ideal instead of ideal. 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 And then also this one, we pronounce it a little bit longer instead of coffee. We say cafe. We say coffee. So coffee. Mm-hmm. So it's just a little bit longer. The last part is okay. All right. Are there any words or phrases in here that you guys do not know?
What's the meaning of paddling?
Paddling. Okay. That actually, let me show you, bear with me. And okay, this would be a paddling trip. So it's canoe, and instead of saying a canoe trip, I guess they've chosen to use the word paddling. So
to paddle is to
that's right. This stick right here is called a paddle, and the verb is to paddle. Mm-hmm. So when you're moving the boat with the paddle, you are paddling. So okay. All right. So yay. I like it when you guys ask new questions, new words. Any other words?
Stroll.
To stroll means to walk. To stroll through something. And you usually, when you stroll, you are walking slowly and enjoying the experience, like we do when we're on vacation.
Okay.
Go through parks and things like that. Okay. Any other words? Okay, let's go on to the next one. We have Canada. So Ming, you were right too. You put it on the list as well. So, Aratheli.
Canada, protecting the land of Banff National Park is one of Canada's happiest and smartest decisions, and it is certainly worth your time to explore on skis. Check out Skokie Lodge to see the first commercial ski lodge built in Canada. If you want to go off the beaten path in Canada, consider exploring the Hideaway Islands of the People, formerly known as the Queen Charlotte Islands, and the home of the Haida Nation. Just a 2-hour flight from Vancouver, there's plenty of outdoor activities and exploration of the culture and history of one of Canada's First Nations.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. And yeah, and you corrected yourself on pronunciation. So skis. So, and does everyone know what it means to go off the beaten path?
Yes, I think it's instead of exploring explore a different way, not just the commercial routes there where all the tourists go.
Yeah, so you go, if you go off the beaten path, you do not follow what everybody else is doing. You do something completely different. Okay. Any other words or phrases in here that you do not know? Okay, let's. Excuse me?
The phrase beaten path.
Beaten path. Let me show you. The best way for me to show you that is here. So if you go off the beaten path, it means you are traveling not the way everybody else travels, but a different way. So this right here is a beaten path. Okay, and she is off the beaten path. So this is the beaten path. This is the way everybody else travels. And if you travel off the beaten path, you kind of start walking this way, or you start going off the beaten path. So that's what this is. It's a kind of a symbolism of off the beaten path. Does that
Okay,
make sense?
it isn't just literal, the beaten path. It's just maybe a road that everybody walk or
Yes.
path.
Hmm. Exactly.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay,
Exactly.
now.
Hello, we have somebody new. Welcome. What is your name?
Hello,
Hi.
my name is Julia.
Hi, Julia.
Hi,
Welcome. Nice to see you. All right. Where are you from, Julia?
I'm from Ukraine, from
Ukraine.
Odessa.
Awesome. Okay. Well, welcome. All right. So we are just reading through the top 10 countries, and so far, everybody, when we were guessing the countries in the beginning, everybody's been right so far. So um, we have Finland, and you guys have to humor me, and I will read it just simply because it was the country I lived in. I still have a hard time
Okay.
understanding why this is on this list. So I will read this one. Of course, you should see the Northern Lights and even Santa Claus Village. Open year-round for your convenience. Want to make your trip to Finland a little more special? How about sleeping in a excuse me, in a glass igloo at Kokslautinen? Enjoy an amazing view of the northern lights and a starry sky above in your room temperature two-person igloo. Toilet included. Showers are in a separate building. If you prefer a small seaside town, head to Hanko, where cycling, surfing, and diving are all possible during the warmer months. There's a saying in the Finnish language, or so we are told, that when you're really happy, you smile like a cookie from Hanko. You can't not be happy in Hanko. So, and I lived there for 11 years, and I never heard that. So, um, any words in here that you guys do not know?
What does igloo mean?
Okay, igloo is kind of like it's kind of like a tent. Let me write it. Show right here. Makes sense if we just show you what it means. So this is an igloo, and these are actually the igloos in Finland. The Kokslauten igloos is what they were talking about. So it's a glass one, and I wish I
Holly,
would have gone there.
yeah, Holly, have you ever tried it?
No, I never got that far up. The furthest I got was Kimmy, and Coxloudon is a little bit further up, so I never got as far as that. I would have loved to, though. So, wow. These look nice.
Yeah, it looks it looks like very nice.
Yeah, I heard about also they have in Finland they have an ice hotel. I heard about that. That's up in Kemi during the winter months. So that's also pretty cool. But okay, let's go to the next one. Austria. So Julia, can you read this one?
Yes, I can read.
Awesome.
I must read.
Yes, please, out loud.
The music at Venus. Oh, I don't understand. My sequence. Famous golden hall is happiness for the earth and having the famed chocolate Secha. Torture at the cafe Secha in Vienna is music for the mouth. If you prefer to get away from the hustle and bustle of Vienna, have a meal at the Poksch Country Inn, the sister restaurant of the famous Steyrek in Vienna. To extend your pleasure, book a room at the inn and enjoy a weekend in the country.
Yeah, looks like there was a lot of German words in this. So, okay, so remember the hustle and bustle. Does everybody know what that means?
No.
Hustle and bustle
Hustle and bustle.
talking about the busy. Usually if you want to get away from the hustle and bustle of the big city, and you want to go somewhere where it's peaceful and quiet. So hustle and bustle is busy and fast and so forth, where then there's peace and quiet, which is the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody else, any other words in here that you guys might not know?
Torte.
Alexander?
Torte.
Tort.
Torte.
That's a torte. That is a I think it's a German dessert. It's the type of dessert. I know that. Bear with me. When you see it, you'll go, oh yeah.
It sounds
Right
like
here.
cake in Russia.
Cake.
So it's cake basically. Okay.
It's cake, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Such a toast.
Yeah. But it's much sweeter than a lot of cakes, I think. So, right. All right, let's go on. And then Iceland. Cornell, you were totally right. so Cornell, why don't you read this one?
Sorry?
Could you read this one?
Yeah. Iceland. No one should visit Iceland without taking a dip at the country's famous Blue Lagoon.
Oops. Sorry. Sorry. Oops. Go for it.
Yeah, Blue Lagoon. The airport bus sometimes even offers paying passengers a stop there on the way to and from the airport. And the waters and food are divine. Or make sure you take a soak at any of the country's other naturally heated swimming pools. If you are up for an adventure, head to Snæfellsjökull National Park to see a glacier on top of a still active volcano. Although the last time it erupted was 1,900 years ago, you will spot Snæfellsjökull glacier, sexual volcano crater, Londranger massive lava formations, and Rothfeldargia, the hidden waterfall. Snæfellsjökull was made famous by Jules Verne's journey to the center of the earth.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, and very good at trying to say this word. So, one thing I want to remind everybody, with numbers like this, instead of saying 1,900, you can actually, when there's 2 zeros at the end, what you do is take these and you say 1,900. It's much easier. If there's a 1 there, then that changes. You would say 1,901. But with the 2 zeros, you can say 1,900, and it's much easier that way. Okay. Are there any other words or phrases in here that you do not know?
Yes, soak.
Okay. This basically, if you soak in a tub, you just are sitting. It's like when you go into a hot tub and you just sit there and you sit and just enjoy the water. So, for example, this is the best example right here. This lady right here, she's sitting back and she's enjoying soaking in a hot bath. So this one, country's natural heated swimming pools.
Yes.
Okay. Any other words?
Erupted.
Erupted. Okay, if a volcano erupts, it means it, see.
It's like go off, went off.
Yes, it goes off, yeah.
Off.
Basically this.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay, any other words? And divine is awesome, excellent, wonderful. So, all right, we're going to go to the next one, and just because of time, I'm going to read this one. And so, Alexander, you were also correct. So, most everybody was correct. It was Monica and I that thought differently about what a happy country should be. So one of the 7 natural wonders of the world and a site on the UNESCO World Heritage List, the Great Barrier Reef is a must-see site for any first-time visitor to Australia. The Great Barrier Reef covers 344,400 kilometers in area and includes the largest coral reef ecosystem in the world. Some 600 continental islands, 3,000 coral reefs, and about 150 inshore mangrove islands are included in the area. Yet it could be argued that the residents of Wollongong are among the nation's happiest. Bypass the area's hang gliding and golf, unless they make you happy, and head straight to the Nantian, paradise of the South in Chinese temple, the biggest Buddhist temple in the Southern Hemisphere. Try one-day or weekend retreats for a better chance at going home more enlightened, maybe even happier. So did we get the countries right, more or less, when we were guessing? So, are there any words or phrases here that you guys do not know?
Yes, inshore, and next one, mangrove.
Okay.
First
Mangrove.
paragraph, last line. First paragraph.
I'm looking for the mangrove. I know, but where's the other word? Inshore.
First paragraph, 150.
Oh, inshore mangrove islands. Okay. Bear with me a moment. Okay, so what they are is just small little tiny islands.
Mm-hmm.
So that you really can't live on. So very, very small. And inshore would be closer to the shore. The shore, of course, is on the side. Okay.
Inshore, just close.
Yeah, it's close. It's closer. Yeah.
So can I use it equal as close, or is there any difference?
Well, I mean, you could say they're close by or something like that, but I wouldn't. Inshore, usually it's when you're talking about beaches and things like that. So you would only, because the shore is where the beach is. So I wouldn't use it that way.
Hang gliding.
What word?
Hang gliding.
Hang gliding. Okay. Hang gliding is a sport that people enjoy doing in different parts of the world. And it's people who like to be up in the sky.
Okay.
And this is hang gliding.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if you're hang gliding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any other words or phrases? Okay. All right, so let's discuss. So Alexander, what country would you like to visit?
Australia.
Okay, tell why.
It's very beautiful. I like that country. I saw many documentary about it, and I like it.
Okay, awesome.
If I had to choose among those countries, I would choose Australia.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Araceli, what country would you like to live in and why?
I don't know. It depends, because for the descriptions we just read, it's not easy to guess how everyday life is.
Yeah, that's
countries. I think probably I would like to live in a Scandinavian country like Sweden, Finland, Iceland, maybe it's too cold,
Maybe.
but I think the level, the facilities there, the people, the wealth of the population, public services are very good. So I think they are very nice countries to live.
Yes.
Also, maybe too cold for
Yeah. That's probably why they're nice, because they have to, because it's so cold, they have to be, it has to be that way. So
they need to attract people somehow.
yeah. Exactly. So, Cornell, how about you? What country would you like to work in?
In Sweden, because I had some experience working in Sweden, and my former colleagues work uh, worked in Sweden, and it was very good, and there was no any pressure and stress on them. So yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, it's one thing. When I lived in Finland, I wasn't there for more than a year and a half before I learned how important work-life balance is. So
Yeah, and my former workmates in Sweden uh, take 4 weeks off in the summer.
uh-huh. And 2 weeks in the
To,
winter, or
yeah.
1 week, 1 or 2 weeks in the winter, depending on you. So yeah, definitely. So and Monica, what country has the most interesting customs? And keep in mind those descriptions we read weren't all that great. But what do you think?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm most curious about Iceland because it's so different for our lifestyle,
Yeah.
because of the harsh weather condition.
Hmm. Me too. Me too. I took one of those Facebook tests one time, and it told me that I should live in Iceland. So I researched it. So
It's too cold for me. I can't even think of living there.
yeah. So Ming, what country would be fun to work in?
Would be fun to work in. Country, I think that should be Australia. Australia, you can work as uh, uh, in the water, maybe work as a lifeguard and
Hmm.
mm, about water sport.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So,
Sometimes diving. Mm,
uh,
um, uh, yeah, as a trainer.
okay. All right. So Australia, and then one last question, Julia, what would you like to work in a tropical country?
Maybe yes or maybe not, because I think that tropical country has a picturesque view and it is very nice. But unfortunately, climate is not very pleasure for me, because I think there are a lot of rain in that country and very wet weather.
Hmm.
But in a short period of time, I would like to work.
Okay. Yeah, so for short term, but not for forever. So,
Yes.
all right. Well, thank you everyone for your participation. This was more of a reading, practice pronunciation, and you all did a very good job. And thank you for your participation. And I'm heading to bed now that it's 3 a.m., so I'll see you all later. Bye.
Good
Bye.
night.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye.
Bye.